What's going on, guys? Climate Data Report here with the climate update for Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. Phoenix finally ended its streak of 110 plus degree days. In fact, they had 31 straight days in a row of 110 degrees or greater. That trend finally ended yesterday at the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, which reached 108 degrees yesterday afternoon. And believe it or not, that is only 2 degrees above normal. Now, taking a look at the hazards for today, we can see that there are still heat watches and heat advisories and warnings that are up for down in Texas and places like Louisiana, back on up through Oklahoma and Kansas. And as expected, the deep heat dome, the greatest heat area, is going to be concentrated over Louisiana and portions of Texas, where temperatures could reach 100 degrees, with heat indexes today expected to get over 100. In Missouri, we do have flash flood watches that are up. There is ongoing training thunderstorms there and rain. There's going to be several more threats that's set up, and we do have some flooding concerns that we have to watch. Quiet conditions in the Northeast today, and quiet conditions down in Florida. Some afternoon showers and thunderstorms are expected over the next several days. As we head into the West Coast, quiet conditions are expected for today. Let's take a look now at the Storm Prediction Center, and you can see for today there is a risk of severe weather across the northern plains and the central plains, where there is a slight risk that is up for today, and there is a marginal risk that is up from Florida on up through to the Carolinas. Not terribly concerned about that area, though, but what we are concerned about is this day 2 moderate risk that is now out by the WPC for portions of Missouri and western southwest Illinois. And this is something that we are really concerned about. There is the threat for, once again, another one of these events that trains from northwest to southeast and produces very heavy rainfall. We saw one of these a couple weeks ago, and there's going to be multiple waves of energy that rides along this. One is going through this morning. There's another one that's going to set up tonight. You can see here on the RGM model, look how this training sets up and literally just stalls over an area. And watch what happens as I advance this into Wednesday night. And Wednesday night, yet again, another round sets up over Illinois. And that could last into Thursday. And that eventually comes down into portions of Kentucky. And behind that, there's even signs of yet another round of heavy precipitation. And this is what prompted the Weather Prediction Center to put up this moderate risk, because it's not just the RGEM model, it's multiple models showing this. And we look at total precipitation. You can see there are strips of 3 to 5 inches of rain. But where you're seeing this orange color, that is 6 plus inches of rain. It is possible, because you will have rainfall rates in these training cells that go over 1 to 2 inches per hour. The moisture will be there. The convergence will be there. This is something we're going to have to watch. Again, multiple systems will ride along a boundary. Also, as we get later into the week, we'll have to keep an eye on the Northeast. There could be some shower and thunderstorm activity. Maybe a small flash flood threat. But honestly, I think in the Northeast, the bigger flash flood threat is going to be later in the weekend and into next week. Let's take a look at the GFS. You can see here, the GFS has showers and thunderstorms on Friday. A dry day on Saturday, which is questionable from about Pennsylvania on south, because other models do show the front draping back from west to east and getting hung up there before the next system comes in. But watch what happens on Sunday. Already, showers and thunderstorms return Sunday into Monday, and again next Tuesday. And look what happens beyond that. You have a lot of slow-moving systems that we need to watch. I will show you the Canadian model as well. And you can see the Canadian model does show the event for today through Thursday in portions of the Midwest and Kentucky, Illinois. But watch what happens after that. You can see the front does come through in the Northeast. But look right along the Mason-Dixon line. You can see it kind of gets hung up, and watch what happens. It maybe becomes occluded, and look, another wave rides along it. That wave is slow moving, then comes another wave. So there is potential for a flash flooding threat in the mid-Atlantic region late this weekend into next week. And beyond that, believe it or not, the Northeast is looking to be relatively below average for temperatures. And let's quickly take a look at temperatures for today, and we will see that temperatures, we'll use the Canadian model for temperatures this go around. You can see the peak of the heat does stay in the south, but not too bad in the Northeast and not too bad in the Great Lakes. Unfortunately, it does stay extremely hot in the Southwest. You can see Phoenix, you will stay about average. Like, as I said earlier, your average is just shy of a couple degrees below that 108 degree high that you saw yesterday. So, 100ths, that is normal for you at this time of year, despite it being extremely hot. And actually, Florida might actually see a little bit of a relief from the heat in the coming days. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's weather update. We'll have another weather update again tomorrow. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you know anyone that needs to see this information or would enjoy watching these videos, by all means, share it with them. Have a great day.